zucchini and a lot of mozzarella. Pepperoni and zucchini and a lot of mozzarella. Pepperoni and zucchini and a lot of mozzarella.
Hey there, dragons! It's Miss Melina, and I am back with another great story for you this week. If you saw the announcements yesterday, you'll remember that I said that this month is National Poetry Month. So we are going to be reading Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party, and then doing some fun activities that have to do with poetry. So the first thing we're going to do is read Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party by Kimberly and James Dean. Those of you in kindergarten through second grade may remember that we had James Dean come visit us earlier this school year. Here we go. If we open it up, we see lots of interesting toppings: strawberries, grapes, watermelon, cupcakes, even some fish. I don't know about that. Mud? Ooh. Look, it's even signed to Miss Melina. Pete the Cat loves pizza. Pete the Cat loves parties too. Pete had an idea of what he could do. What do you think his idea is? He would have the perfect pizza party. You're invited to Pete's Pizza Party. Fun, music, games. Bring your swimsuit. Pete's friends all arrived. It was time to build the perfect pizza together. That would make the pizza even better. Pete thought the perfect pizza would be pepperoni with extra cheese. That's the kind of pizza Miss Melina likes. What do you like on your pizza? It's a party, a pepperoni pizza party. But everyone did not agree. Let's see what they want. Callie said, pepperoni would be just fine, but I really love pretzels on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pretzels? Well, that's something new, but maybe pretzels could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pizza party. Squirrel said, pepperoni and pretzels would be just fine, but I really love pistachios on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pistachios? Well, that's something new, but maybe pistachios could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pistachio pizza party. Grumpy Toad said, pepperoni pretzels and pistachios would be just fine, but I really love pickles on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pickles? Well, that's something new, but maybe pickles could be groovy too. What do you think of this pizza so far? It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pistachio pickle pizza party. Gus said, pepperoni pretzels, pistachios, and pickles would be just fine, but I really love popcorn on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Popcorn? Well, that's something new, but maybe popcorn could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn pizza party. They're on the Pete's Pizza Party bus. Alligator said, pepperoni pretzels, pistachios, pickles, and popcorn would be just fine, but I really love papaya on mine. Now Pete and the gang were really puzzled. Papaya? Well, that's something new, but maybe papaya could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya, pizza, party. Pete and the gang piled on the pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, popcorn, and papaya on top. The pizza was so high, they had to stop. Ding! The pizza was done. Trying something new might be fun. They all built up the courage to take the first bite, and the pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza was out of sight. Dynamite! Just right. In the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story, Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. The reason I chose this book to read during National Poetry Month, it uses something called alliteration. Alliteration is the same thing that people use when they write tongue twisters. So it's when you have a poem or a list of words and they all start with the same letter. For example, we have Pete, Perfect, Pizza, Party. They all start with what? The letter P. Exactly. So what we're going to work on is making some pizzas that have toppings, an alliteration pizza that has toppings that all start with the same letter. So I have a link to the Google Slides that you are going to make your own pizza, and we're also going to work on some awesome poetry. Stay tuned.
All right, dragons, so just like Pete the Cat's Perfect Pizza Party, we are going to make some alliteration pizza. If you remember, I said alliteration just means that all of the words you're using start with the same letter. So you're going to be making an alliteration pizza that has toppings that all start with the same letter. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to choose any slide from this presentation and make a pizza with only toppings that start with that letter. I'll show you one in a minute. So you'll have your pizza on one side that's blank, and then you'll have a letter of the alphabet on the other side. We're going to go to Insert Image and search the web to find an image, put a topping on our pizza. We're going to type that topping in, and we're going to put PNG after it. That's really important because that's going to give us pictures that have no background, and it's going to make it look like a real pizza topping. When we find the photo we want, we're going to click on it and click Insert. Then we're going to use the arrows in our mouse to resize it and put it where we want it to go. I'm going to show you an example of my pizza, and then we're going to walk through it together. So I chose the letter C, and then you'll see that I put toppings on each slice of my pizza that begin with the letter C. So I have chocolate, cucumbers, cupcakes, collard greens, candy canes, and carrots. Is that a pizza you would like to eat? You'll have to let me know. So I'm going to show you how we will do this. So when you open up your slides, you're going to have a presentation that has all the different letters of the alphabet. And you're going to pick whichever slide you'd like with whatever letter that you want to choose. And remember, I said we're going to go up to Insert, then Image, and then search the web. And then we're going to type in what we're looking for. So I'll do an example of carrot. And you'll see that I didn't put the PNG because I forgot. So put in carrot and then PNG. And then this is going to give you all carrots that have a transparent background, which means there's nothing behind it. It'll look like it's actually sitting on the pizza. So I'll choose this one and then click Insert. And then it's going to put that carrot on the slide. So once it puts it on the slide, you can see that it is rather large. So this is what I was talking about, using our mouse and our arrow keys to move it. So I can either click on my arrow keys to move it, or I can hold it and then move it around with my mouse. But I can also use my mouse to pull it from the corner and resize. So now my carrot is nice and small. If I want to twist it around, I'm going to go up to this little circle, and that'll allow me to rotate my carrot whichever way I want, and then I would place it on my pizza. So you're going to do that 6 times to put 6 different toppings on your pizza. Remember, they're all going to start with that letter that you choose. Now, the second part of what we're going to do is we're going to take that pizza that we made, and we are going to make our own alliteration poem. So I've already written a poem for you. I'm going to read it to you in just a second. You are going to do the same poem, but you're going to replace some of the words, and I'll show you that in just a second. So here is our poem. At Dragon's Pizza Parlor, we take pride in our baked pies. We serve them up fresh and hot, not like those other guys. We let you pick your toppings, just come on in and see. You want a cupcake on your pizza? Well, that's our specialty. Crunchy, crispy carrots, about high up to the top. We'll add the coolest cucumbers until you say to stop. You want cooked collard greens? Well, hey, that's weird, but who are we to judge? Just go ahead and round it out with cupcakes, chocolate, and fudge. But why stop there? Don't be shy. Add crushed candy cane for good measure. We'll bake it up in our oven here and tell you that's our pleasure. So that's the poem that we are going to start with. And you are going to take that and you are going to replace some of the words and use some alliteration. So you'll see I have one that you can use, and you're only going to replace the words that are in red. So you're going to put an adjective that's a describing word that starts with your letter, another adjective, and then your topping. So if you look back, for example, I have crunchy, crispy carrots, which all start with C, coolest cucumbers, both C, cooked collard greens, both C. So that's what you're going to do. But let's say you had the letter B. So you would say bruised bananas, or maybe you would say baked beans. Whatever it is that you want to add to your toppings, you're going to put it in the poem. And so when you're finished, you'll have both a pizza with all your toppings, and you'll have your own alliteration poem. I really, really am excited about this, and I hope you guys will share whatever you create. All right, Dragons, for the second part of this week's challenge, we are going to be doing Dove Creek's Got Talent. So April is Poetry Month, and I know that our dragons have lots of talent, and I want to see your best poetry reading. It can be silly, serious, dramatic, or daring. It's all up to you. Take a look at our examples and then upload your best reading. So I have a list that is linked here, and it has some fun poem ideas, but you can use your own if you'd rather. Just make sure you say the name of the poem and the author either in your video or add it in your description. Stay tuned to watch Miss Melina and Miss Bragg's example. Have fun!
There's too many kids in this tub. There's too many elbows to scrub. I just washed them behind. That I know wasn't mine. There's too many kids in this tub.
"18 Flavors" by Shel Silverstein. 18 luscious, scrumptious flavors: chocolate, lime, and cherry, coffee, pumpkin, fudge banana, caramel cream, and boysenberry, rocky road and toasted almond, butterscotch, vanilla dip, butter brickle, apple ripple, coconut, and mocha chip,
Brandy, peach, and lemon custard, each scoop lovely, smooth, and round, tallest ice cream cone in town, lying there on the ground.